Don't hate your life. Life has a strange way of teaching lessons. Sometimes the hardest moments are the ones that make us stronger, more resilient, and ultimately happier. This is the story of a young woman named Aisha, whose journey from despair to hope is a testament to the power of perspective and self-discovery. Aisha was 25 years old, living in a bustling city that never slept. From the outside, her life seemed perfect. She had a decent job, a cozy apartment, and a circle of friends who cared about her. Yet on the inside she felt hollow. Every morning, she woke up with a heavy heart, dragging herself through the day as though she were carrying an invisible weight. Her routine was monotonous. Wake up, go to work, come back, scroll through social media, and repeat. The highlight of her day was watching others' lives unfold on Instagram. Vacations, promotions, engagements, and celebrations. She often asked herself, why is my life so dull? Why can't I be as happy as they are? One particularly dreary evening, as rain tapped against her apartment window, Aisha sat on her couch, staring at her reflection in the dark screen of her TV. Tears welled up in her eyes. "I hate my life," she whispered. The next day, while scrolling through her phone during lunch, Aisha stumbled upon a quote. "Your life doesn't get better by chance, it gets better by change." She paused, rereading the words. They lingered in her mind, echoing through her thoughts for the rest of the day. That evening, instead of scrolling endlessly, she searched for self-help videos. One particular video caught her attention. It was titled "The Art of Gratitude: How to Transform Your Life." The speaker, a woman named Maya, shared her story of overcoming depression through simple acts of gratitude. Maya suggested an exercise. Write down 3 things you're grateful for every day, no matter how small they seem. Aisha scoffed at the simplicity of it but decided to give it a try. The first night, Aisha struggled to think of anything. After much deliberation, she scribbled, "I have a roof over my head. I had a warm cup of coffee this morning. My coworker smiled at me today." It felt insignificant, but she continued the exercise for the next few days. Slowly, her list began to grow. She noticed things she had overlooked before. The vibrant colors of the sunset, the aroma of fresh bread from the bakery near her office, the laughter of children playing in the park. Each day, Aisha felt a tiny spark of joy. She started waking up with a sense of curiosity, wondering what new blessings she would notice that day. One weekend, Aisha decided to take a walk in a nearby park instead of staying cooped up in her apartment. As she strolled through the greenery, she saw an elderly man sitting on a bench, feeding pigeons. His face was weathered but serene, as though he had made peace with life. Aisha hesitated before approaching him. "Excuse me, may I sit here?" she asked. The man smiled and nodded. Of course. They sat in silence for a while, watching the birds flutter around. Finally, Aisha spoke. "You seem so content. How do you do it?" The man chuckled. "Life hasn't always been kind to me, but I learned a long time ago that happiness isn't about having everything you want. It's about appreciating what you have. You see those birds? They don't have much, but they enjoy every crumb they find. We can learn a lot from them." His words struck a chord with Aisha. She realized that she had spent so much time focusing on what she didn't have that she had forgotten to appreciate what she did. Inspired by the encounter, Aisha decided to make more changes in her life. She started volunteering at a local shelter on weekends. At first, it was just a way to pass time, but it soon became a source of immense fulfillment. Seeing the gratitude in the eyes of the people she helped gave her a new perspective. One day, while serving meals at the shelter, Aisha met a young girl named Zara. Zara was 9 years old, with bright eyes and an infectious smile. Despite living in difficult circumstances, Zara radiated joy. "Why are you so happy?" Aisha asked her one day. Zara shrugged. "'Cause I have today. And today is a good day." Zara's words stayed with Aisha. She realized that happiness wasn't a destination. It was a choice. A series of small decisions made every day to find joy in the present moment. Aisha began to embrace life fully. She started painting again, a hobby she had abandoned years ago. She reached out to old friends and rekindled connections. She even signed up for a dance class, something she had always wanted to try but never had the courage to. Her transformation didn't happen overnight, but gradually, the heaviness in her heart lifted. She still faced challenges, but her perspective had shifted. Instead of saying, "I hate my life," she now said, "I'm grateful for my life." 1 year later, Aisha found herself sitting on the same park bench where she had met the elderly man. She reflected on how far she had come. Her life wasn't perfect, but it was full of gratitude, purpose, and moments of joy. As she watched the birds flutter around, she smiled to herself. Life was no longer something to endure. It was something to cherish. And in that moment, she realized the truth of the words she had once read. Your life doesn't get better by chance, it gets better by change. Life may not always go as planned, but it is a gift. By shifting your perspective, practicing gratitude, and embracing change, you can find joy even in the simplest moments. Don't hate your life. Instead, choose to love it one step at a time.